That's in the late Middle Ages. Now, the late Middle Ages was a period of European history lasting from the 1250 to 1500 AD. Mm-hmm. That's only 500 years ago.
Well, when it ended, yeah.
Yeah, when it ended. So for those last 250 years, the knights started getting thrown out.
Yeah, modernising because it's just the warfare just changed.
What was warfare like in...
Well, muskets and guns had started being introduced.
What, in 1200s?
Yeah, not 1200s, a little bit later on, maybe around 1400s.
Are you sure?
Yeah, gunpowder came into existence and then they'd start using it.
Gunpowder existed in China.
Yeah, but once Europe discovered it, it changed their entire way of fighting.
Changed the game.
It did. Like if you look at warfare in like the 15s and 1600s, before it started becoming more like the old line combat.
Yeah.
Before that started,
hang on.
like between maybe 14 and the 1600s, a lot of it was like pikemen and muskets, and that's what it was. And you'd have the occasional like cavalry charge.
Okay. Hang on. The history. The heavy arquebus, known as the musket, appeared in Europe by 1521.
Yeah.
So pretty much 20 years after the end of the 1500s.
Yeah. But they did have other... that was kind of... Yeah, once it was kind of like established, they did have rifles that they had been experimenting with a lot before that.
In response to firearms, thicker armour was produced from 15 kilos in the 15th century to 25 kilos in the late 16th century. So armour that was 2 mil thick required nearly 3 times as much energy to penetrate as armour as there was only 1 mil thick. So just 1 mil required a lot more gunpowder and all that sort of crap.
Yeah. Plus, they were probably playing with gunpowder before.
Okay, well, when was gunpowder? When did gunpowder?
Well, they had cannons and stuff like that.
So I thought.
I mean, like even before that, I'm sure they figured. They came across it and they probably used it as some kind of.
Believe it or not, Europeans were actually a little bit slow in.
The Chinese were.
I thought the Chinese were using it.
The Chinese were. Yeah, they were using it heaps.
Dude, gunpowder was invented in 9th century China as one of the 4 great inventions.
What is gunpowder?
Gunpowder?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. Gunpowder is known as Russian and black powder to distinguish it from modern smokeless powder. Is the earliest known chemical explosive. It consists of a mixture of sulfur, carbon, and potassium nitrate. The sulfur and charcoal act as fuel. The sulfur and charcoal act as fuels, while the saltpeter is an oxidizer. So gunpowder has been used as propellant. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. It's classified as a low explosive because it's relatively slow decomposition rate and consequently low brisance. Low explosives burn at subsonic speeds, while high explosives detonate, producing a supersonic shockwave.
Okay. Interesting.
Gunpowder is no longer used in modern weapons, nor is it used for industrial purposes due to its relative inefficiency compared to newer alternatives such as dynamite and ammonium nitrate.
And ammonium nitrate just comes from... they can just get that from normal, like everyday... ammonium nitrate comes from...
can't you get it in, cleaners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the nitrate part, though? Because they might be isolating...
I'm not sure.
The chemical.
But the history... But
isn't ammonium nitrate in, urine?
There's a bunch of different... There's a bunch of different versions.
Yeah,
I'm not going to claim that nitrate is what we're talking about. Because there's different ammonium that you can get.
There are, yeah.
Okay, here's a question.
That's why you know when someone's got a cat.
Again, that could be a different chemical.
Do you reckon...
Maybe.
Do you reckon the guy that created gunpowder, right? Like it's here.
Feng Cheng Wong.
Do you want to see?
Feng Cheng Wong.
Do you know, this is the best. We need to start doing this every episode.
What?
All right, this has now become...
History lessons?
The Train Spotters podcast is now going to be just looks into time.
Unless it's interesting.
Of history and all this type of shit, okay? We're doing it.
All
right, gunpowder was invented... Why do you think it was found? How do you think it was found? Like, you know how like things
by his reaction, it's something ridiculous.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm going to...
So it's got to do with, like, in China. He said it was discovered in China. I'm going to say it was... someone accidentally lit the urine on fire.
No.
Oh, damn.
I will take a stab at a ridiculous answer for his reaction to this.
Yeah.
Which will be...
Probably...
It was used to propel some kind of foreign object inside someone else.
Okay. I'm going to save this first before we crash. Yeah?
You're making him sweat this one, by the way. He's excited. I can see from here he's...
Gunpowder.
The shorts are coming
Yeah, they're tightening up a little bit.
Gunpowder was invented in the 9th century by Chinese alchemists
The good old alkies.
searching for an elixir of immortality.
Of course.
How? Dude. By the time the Song Dynasty treatise Wu Jing Zhongye was written by Zheng Gongyang Liang and Yang.
Well done.
Fair attempt, dude. A very good attempt.
I read a lot of these names.
Ooh.
In 1044, the various Chinese formulas for gunpowder held levels of nitrate in the range of 27 to 50%. By the end of the 12th century, Chinese formulas of gunpowder had a level of nitrate capable of bursting through cast iron metal containers in the form of the earliest hollow gunpowder-filled grenade bombs. Yeah? So by the time Hanzo Yu and all them, like by 1280, so what was that? 240 years later, the bomb in 1280, a bomb store of large gunpowder arsenal at Weiyang accidentally caught fire, which produced such a large explosion that a team of inspectors at the site a week later deduced that 100 guards had been killed instantly, with wooden beams and pillars blown sky high, landing a distance of over 2 miles, 3 k's away. So yeah, by the mid-14th century, the explosive potential of gunpowder was perfected, as the level of nitrate in gunpowder formulas had risen to a range of 12 to 91%. Yeah? By that time, Chinese had invented how to create explosive round shot by packing their hollow shells with nitrate-enhanced gunpowder. Wow. So it had bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So an excavated trove of early Ming landmines showed that corned gunpowder was present in China by 1370. This is evidence suggesting that corned powder may have been used in East Asia as early as the 13th century.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They could have taken over the world. They fucked up.
Well, technically, that kind of did.
Well, technically, sure, but
No,
No.
because
realistically.
at that time, even though they had that technology, they still got their ass handed to them by the Mongolians.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And then the Mongolians took them over, and I think that's what became the Song Dynasty.
What
Mongolians?
What year is that? What are we thinking? What are we talking
What
there?
am I looking up?
The Mongolian Empire in China, I think, was the Song Dynasty. Well, I could be mistaken.
The Song Dynasty was an imperial dynasty of China that began in 960 and lasted until 1279. So around
So the one that ends
right
at
there.
so the one at 1279. Who's that next one?
ending,
It should say
the dynasty was founded by Emperor Taizhu of Song, following his usurpation of the throne of the later Zhou, ending the 5 dynasties in 10 kingdoms period. So you're asking what came after Song?
That is what I think is the Mongolian Empire, which then
Qing?
No, that was the first one.
Okay, I don't know. I've got to go into the actual Song.
Yeah,
dynasty.
but pretty much then the Mongolians destroyed China, basically took all their tech, and then that tech is what they used to conquer all of Europe and Asia.
Yeah.
It was eventually conquered by the Mongol-led Yuan?
Probably.
Yuan? I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Y-U-A-N.
Y-U-A-N.
Yeah. Yun.
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 Yun. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Yuns were...
And so then there was a Mongolian emperor for like, I don't know, a couple hundred years.
Okay, knowing what gunpowder does,
Yeah.
yeah, do you reckon the guy that invented it was given a beer in every pub for the rest of his life?
I don't know.
No. Like,
It would
I
have
don't
been
think people
hard at work.
appreciated it as much back then, or they probably made. Wouldn't you think they would keep it secret to some degree? Like that much power, they're looking for the elixir of life, and they literally have caused all destruction on life.
Yeah, exactly.
to be fair, gunpowder is not only used for destruction of life, it's also used to clear roadways.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have all the great cities used gunpowder to clear mountains, basically. Okay, no, I'm just saying
It's strange
Well,
how
yeah, I
we
know.
coined the term gunpowder when it didn't have that use.
Black powder.
it was black powder.
So it's
That's
just
what it was.
officially
It was
black powder,
sulfate,
was it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just black powder, man. And then eventually they used it for guns.
Then they found the proper use for
Okay,
it.
do you know what the 4 great inventions are?
Of China?
Yeah. It's the 4 great inventions. These 4 inventions had a profound impact on the development of civilization throughout the world.
Do you want us to guess, or you?
However, some modern Chinese scholars have basically opinioned that other Chinese inventions were perhaps more sophisticated and had a greater impact on Chinese civilization. The 4 great inventions serve merely to highlight the technological interaction between East and West. Okay? So what do you reckon they are?
black powder.
No.
Ooh, no.
Oh,
No, gunpowder
Yes,
is one of the great 4 inventions.
Okay.
Yes. I've got a list of Chinese inventions here too. We're getting. Oh, this is going to be good.
Compass? No, compass has already been around.
We're talking about the Great Four Inventions, right?
Yeah, I was going to say the compass.
And these basically are, left to right. Come on, man. Surely you know a few things about Chinese history.
You want me?
One of these is two of these.
This is all you.
The compass is there, by the way.
But not in the top four.
No, it's there. Compass is in top four.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I fucked
Oh,
up.
so there's 2 out of 4.
Are other ones military base or are they more like everyday stuff?
No.
Everyday stuff.
Bigger impact across the world, yeah.
Chopsticks.
Chopstick. Nah, probably some sort of.
Your missus is Asian.
The face he just gave him.
dickhead.
The look, people, he just gave him. Seriously.
Well, think about it though. I mean, like, they still use chopsticks and there's a fucking fork invented. You know what I mean? You can't tell me that you wouldn't. Trust me, for authenticity purposes, of course I'll use chopsticks in restaurants and stuff like that when I go there. But I'd rather a fork.
I'll be honest, when I eat noodles, I find it easier to eat noodles with chopsticks because you get better.
Your hand doesn't cramp after a while.
No.
Your hand doesn't cramp.
I figured your hands would be stronger than anyone's.
My wrists, my wrists are good.
Carpal tunnel. The slow clap from John. I'm just saying. Okay.
Some form of.
I guess, hang on, wait. What's your beef with the chopstick?
No, it's no beef. I was asking if that was one of the Great Four Inventions.
Well, I don't know if it's the Great Three Inventions. I'm going for the Great Four first,
Yeah.
and then we'll go through the others.
Some form of irrigation?
No. The Greeks and Italians.
Yeah, that's what I was
did
thinking,
that,
yeah.
So these are everyday sort of things.
Four big things that influenced Eastern and Western culture.
Is one of them a food?
No.
Some sort of engineering?
There's a form of engineering in there. These are massive, by the way. I knew both of these. These I already knew.
Did they figure out how to what would you call it? Like water?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like aqueducting, but that was already kind of maybe,
I don't
because
know
they might have
what the
predated.
wording is I'm thinking of.
Plumbing?
Probably plumbing.
Aqueducting?
Dude, I'm positive the Greeks and Italians had
The
figured that
Romans,
out.
the Greeks and Romans already had like
Actually, you know what they did
plumbing
do?
down.
Deep water drilling.
Oh, okay.
Earliest evidence of water wells are located in China.
Okay.
Interesting. Is that's not a...
Had the aptitude, archaeological evidence and old Chinese documents reveal that prehistoric and ancient Chinese had the aptitude and skills for digging deep water wells for drinking water as early as 6,000 to 7,000 years ago. Which is pretty big.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Dude, 6,000 years ago, Chinese digging wells, that's crazy.
I'm just thinking of that conversation. It's like, I don't know, what's an Asian guy's name? Freddie, what are you digging for?
Freddie?
What are you digging? There's something down there. I just know it. I got to find it.
I don't think about it, dude.
It's a week later. You going to give up or not?
Little Zuan is down the well. Zuan fell down the well. Little Zuan.
Dicks out a ciggy. Dude, think about that, man. How the hell he's, Tran, just standing around. Actually, he's Chinese. His name's not Tran. His name is Chan. All right?
It would be Tran if it was Vietnamese.
Tran is Vietnamese, man. He's not in Vietnam. He's in China. All right? So think about this dude. Why would you ever think that water exists,
underneath?
Exactly. That's
50
right.
meters down?
Solid ground.
ground.
That's what I mean, yeah. That first conversation.
When would that have ever even occurred to anyone?
Yeah.
That water, you would have had to look at a mountain stream and figured out.
That had to have been a mistake.
That's what I'm thinking
I think
too.
it had to
It would have been like someone trying to survive out in somewhere and they
But that's
had to
deep.
dig a hole. Yeah, true.
wells are deep.
True.
Maybe, I don't know, like that, to come to that conclusion, like to think, there's something down there.
Someone fell down I don't know.
Hang on. I'll see. Well, hang on. It's got to.
Someone survived an earthquake and...
Yeah, or maybe found a cave.
Yeah, something like that.
A cave, possibly. That's the only other thing I can think of.
Yeah, a cave would make a lot of sense, actually. Running water somewhere deep in the cave.
Okay, hang on. They've actually got the answer here.
Oh, fuck. Waste my time.
Waste your time. It's good conversation.
So was that number was that one?
Seriously?
Was that one of the four, was it?
Waste my time. Yes, because you had so much to do today. You know what I mean? Deep water drilling. Hang on, I can open up the whole article.
So that was one of the four, was
No.
it? No.
Deep water drilling, no. So far, you've only got compass and gunpowder. You were given one, and you came up with the other one. So when you're ready.
Concrete.
History, here we go. Early evidences of water wells. built during Neolithic era, 4 rows of logs. Oh, so they found like 4 rows of logs with a square frame attached to it at the top of like a well in Beijing.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't find the diary of the guy that dug it,
Calm down.
so they don't know the actual reasoning behind it.
All right, man. He had like a...
Today, I think Zhao Yu spoke to me today. I wonder where this will go.
I may have come across a terrible thing.
But I must dig deeper.
No. All right, come on.
Poor guy was probably looking for someone to stick his dick in.
All right.
He was waiting for it. He was waiting.
You're fucked. All right, I'll give you another one. All right?
Wait. Structure? Is it something structural? Something to do with structures?
No.
No, I'll give up.
Well, look, they've invented other crap. We're talking about the Big Four. All right? We'll go through the other crap later.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, astrology. Not astrology.
The Zodiacs.
No, the thingy. The
telescope.
Did they?
I thought that was a.
Because they're very entrenched in.
I thought that was an Islamic.
Oh yeah, it could be
discovery.
actually. Yeah, possibly.
The telescope. No, I don't see anything but telescopes.
I think that's an Islamic thing.
I'd have to go through
Could be.
separately.
I think you might be right.
All right. I'll give you another one. Paper making.
Really?
Oh.
I thought that came from.
That was a big one. I thought you guys would have got that. This is one I knew.
I thought that came from same thing. The Islamic world
No.
paper making.
No,
Paper making?
No, paper making. Main article. Let us go in.
Even Egypt, didn't they have papyrus, whatever you call it?
And the Chinese did it
they?
before Egyptians.
Did they have paper
What do you-
in Egypt?
Hemp paper, yeah.
Did they write everything on fucking stones or something?
No.
Pass the tablet.
Papyrus, man. Papyrus was in the Levant, wasn't it?
He's
Why
asking
are you
you.
pointing at me again?
He's asking you.
What was the question?
It's like in the
I thought that was just a matter of fact.
Show. Yeah, it's a tragedy. You repeat the question? No. Okay. Hemp paper has been used in China for wrapping and padding since the 8th century BC, and paper with legible Chinese writings on it has been dated to 8 BC as well.
I can just picture just someone reading it and just being like, after they're done, just roll the paper up after they're done reading it.
Dude, the traditional inventor attribution is of Kai Lun, an official attached to the imperial court during the Han dynasty, who is said to have invented paper about 105 AD, using mulberry and other bast fibers, along with fishnets, oil rags, and hemp waste.
Okay.
When we say BC and AD, I've never actually looked into where that timeline sits.
What do you mean?
BC and AD.
When Jesus rocked up. That's it.
I mean, that's off. That's off. Apparently, a couple years, give or take.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, it's off a couple.
How do you measure? How do we actually measure that?
There's a great...
Is it from 0?
No.
Because it goes 1 and then 1, doesn't it?
Is it from when he rocked up or when he was born?
It goes 1 and 1, and
But it's got to do with Caesar because
Neil deGrasse Tyson...
He dicked around with the calendar when he...
It was the Julian Caesar,
Yeah.
right? That's what the Greeks still use for the Orthodox
Because they
calendar.
added 2 months or something.
They were trying to figure... There's a really great article... Shit, I wish this thing worked, man, because, like... All right.
Is it restarting?
No. I was going to say, do you want me to play... There's an interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Rogan thing, and it's perfect because he actually explains it perfectly.
I've watched that, yeah.
Yeah, which is what I was going to say. Hang on.
I've watched that, but I didn't really understand...
He explains it perfectly. The only problem is I'm worried that it's not actually going to come out like properly. Do you know what I mean?
Most likely. We're going to cut corners here.
What? Hang on, Rogan. Okay, do you want me to explain it?
If you're confident...
And you can keep it short.
Keep it short.
Yeah.
He's rocking a chub, man. You got to keep the details on the low.
You're an idiot. Okay, hang on.
Explain it. Go.
Wait. I'll see if I can find this article.
No. I want you to... Let's hear it from the master.
While you're looking that up, did you... Oh, it's directed at him anyway. But you like how the fact that you're going to not need a permission anymore to hang stuff up?
What?
If you want to? Didn't you see that thing on the news like a week ago?
No.
They've changed a few laws for renters now, where you don't need permission anymore if you want to use actual hooks on walls now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
There's a whole bunch of stuff, but that's what I took out of it. Changing to make it more like in favour of the renters.
There was
So
there's
there's a
that
whole
meme
bunch
I
of
was
stuff.
sharing like,
Yeah.
about 2 months ago, and it had like, I'm sick of hearing how the older farts are like, you got it so easy and blah, 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 and this and that, and you earn money now. We never earned any money. And it's like, my parents, in the late 70s, mid 70s, honey, do you want to take our $4,000 and go buy a house with a massive block for like, $50,000? Yes. And then me in 2020, excuse me, Mr. Landlord, can I please get permission to put up a hook on the wall on the property that I pay $4,000 a month to? You know what I mean? It's the truth, man.
And so I said that.
Okay, here we go.
That's pretty sad.
This is the thing that I want to
jumping on me
find.
for having said that. Clearly, I'm not an atheist. And ask me my favorite Broadway musical of all time.
What's your favorite?
Jesus
Broadway?
Christ Superstar. Okay. All right. So, and I still use BC and AD in my writings. Okay. I still do
You
it.
don't use BCE?
I don't use BCE. All right. Oh, see, even you copping a tude right there, right?
Interesting.
I saw your face. You got the camera.
I
Do you
just
see
said
his face?
interesting. I just said interesting. It's interesting.
No, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Okay. First of all,
Doesn't make any sense.
BCE,
This is
which
not current era 2,000 years ago.
I'm going to tell you. So BCE, as you know, stands for Before Common Era.
Right.
And CE stands for Common Era. So this is de-religiousifying AD and BC.
Right.
Okay. Yet, of course, they reference the same calendar.
Right.
Okay. Well, who invented the calendar we all currently use in modern society? It's called the Gregorian calendar. It was invented by the Catholic Church, by Jesuit priests in the 1580s, assigned by Pope Gregory to fix the problems in the calendar because, I'm sorry, I'm screaming at you here. You got me started.
Scream. Get crazy. I'll bring in coffee.
The Julian calendar, put forth in ancient Rome, had one modification to previous calendars. It had a leap day. Okay? It had a leap day. And, okay, a leap day is how often? Every 4 years. This was good. Because what are we trying to track? We're trying to, the Earth goes around the sun. And so we say, all right, how long does that take? Well, it takes a year. But it turns out we're not actually tracking how long it takes Earth to go around the sun. We're tracking how long it takes Earth to repeat its seasons. And the year that corresponds to our seasons is slightly different from the year that corresponds to how long it takes to go around the sun. Slightly different. And that difference was not recognized in the early calendars. And that difference accumulated so that by the year 1584, the vernal equinox, the first day of spring, did not occur on March 21st. It occurred on March 10th. It shifted from the calendar date. That's what happens if you don't match the cycles of things. And the Pope said, we're not having any of this, especially since Easter might land on Passover, and we're trying to distinguish ourselves mightily from the Jews. So let's fix this. The Jesuit priests got to study this. They looked at the cycles of the heavens, the sun, the moon, the stars, and they came up with a new calendar. The Gregorian calendar, a modification to the Julian calendar. You know what they had to do? To invoke it, they had to take 10 days out of the calendar. To jumpstart, to put the first day of spring back on March 21st. And this happened in October 1584.
Why has there been...
They took 10 days out of the calendar.
That is
so
crazy.
now how much rent do you pay? They had to invent amortized rent.
Really?
Yeah, because you're going to pay for 3 weeks instead, 20 days instead of 30. That they had to figure that out. Okay? Point is, this was hard-earned, and the whole world uses this calendar. It is the most accurate calendar ever devised. Okay?
Is it?
Yes, I'll tell you what. Okay, you asked. So watch what happens. The leap day overcorrected the calendar. It overcorrected it.
Overcorrect.
Yes.
So you need a leap year.
So, sorry, the leap day is every 4 years. That one day every 4 years was slowly putting too many days moments into the year. Okay? The Gregorian calendar figured this out. And it had put 10 extra days since the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. 10 extra days. First, jumpstart. Get rid of the 10 days. Now everything's lined up again.
Okay.
Now, how do you prevent this from happening again? Because it overcorrects, how long do you have to wait to remove a leap day that you would otherwise put in? Okay?
Okay.
That's every 100 years.
Oh.
So every 100 years, that would be a leap day, you remove the leap day. Now, it turns out that undercorrects it by an even smaller amount. Okay? So, how long do you have to wait before you have to put a leap day back in? Every 400 years.
Oh, God.
So, the year 2000 was a century year,
Yeah.
which normally would not have a leap day. Except it's a century year evenly divisible by 400, so they put the leap day back in. And everybody on February, almost everybody except the astronomers, on February 29th in the year 2000 said it's just a leap year because it's divisible by 4. No. It is a rare leap year. It is a century year divisible by 400. That corrects it back, and so now you have a stable calendar for tens of thousands of years. I got to give props to the Jesuit priests. I'm not going to say, no, I'm taking the Christianity out of this reference, because they figured out the calendar that we all use, and it's a fucking awesome count. Sorry to drop it. But so I'm not, just because some atheists are telling me to rid God out of everything in the universe, I'm not doing that. I'm going to say they came up with this calendar.
Yeah. That's the concept.
The reasons were because they didn't.
I agree with
use
that.
it with Passover. The motivation is.
I mean, man, just think about how smart people had to be back then, though, like to figure that out. Like the three of us sit here and talk into all this stuff that people developed, and these guys are like the original creators of something that completely changed. And we're talking about,
And you don't even think anything of it.
Yeah. You take it for granted.
That's why it makes me
my
laugh.
fucking daylight savings time didn't adjust itself.
My phone didn't sync because it's not connected.
Can't update. You know, how do I update my phone? Just read it. It'll tell you.
I got to get up an hour earlier tomorrow?
It'll tell you how it auto updates, man. Yeah. No, but I do the same thing, man. I've always called it AD and BC.
Yeah.
For that reason. They did the science. Like, who the fuck figured it out? You just rewrite history.
So he's just giving respect to the people who did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they were priests, then they were priests.
Yeah.
They did it. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Okay, you still got 2 more inventions. Oh, well, there's one.
Paper making.
Paper making?
Yeah. Well, good call. Good.
Thanks. I thought it just came to me right now.
You dickhead. They also, hang on, the earliest reference to paper mills also come from the medieval Islamic world, where they were first noted in the 9th century by Arabic geographers in Damascus. Okay?
Cool.
So 8th century paper making spread to the Islamic world as well.
Okay, so I was close-ish.
Well, no, because toilet paper was getting made in China as well in the 6th century.
Did they figure that out later?
Yeah, and then they combined, and they had the, hang on, wait. There's one more invention. The top 4 that China did.
Yeah.
Top 4.
Time. Oh, what? Sorry.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to go into like the actual list of
Weather
inventions.
forecasting.
Yeah, they had a guy in a blue suit.
It's going to be rain the whole week.
Seriously, the first guy it was the first weatherman must have been stoned to death at some point.
He's a witch, get him.
They finally trusted the next guy. And it's like, don't. No. You know what? You can do the wedding this week. It's going to be clear. Jerry! He's on a cart. He's stolen an oxen and he's just gone for the borders. The first guy got stoned to death for being a witch. He said, I think it'll be warm tomorrow. It's warm. There's people with torches outside his house trying to burn it.
No, it's warm. It's real warm.
They're trying to burn his house down. All right. No. The last one is, what's it called? Printing.
Okay.
Yeah. Like actual printing.
Like printing, like a printing press style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woodblock printing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so at some point before the first dated book of 868 produced the world's first print culture. So it was Chinese who really invented the means of communication that was to dominate until our age. Woodblock printing was better suited to Chinese characters than movable type, which the Chinese also invented, but which did not replace woodblock printing. Western printing presses, although introduced in the 16th century, were not widely used in China until the 19th century. China, along with Korea, was one of the last countries to adopt them. So because because their words are single characters.
Yeah.
They just go boom, 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 boom.
So they invented paper. They started writing, and they're like, "Man, I'm getting carpal tunnel." So some guys like, "There's got to be a better way."
Some guys just like, nah, I can't be fucked doing this. I'm already doing 18-hour shifts 6 days a week. Seriously. But then, they invented toilet paper.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they were the first to put the flowers on the toilet paper as
of
well.
course,
Like
yes.
printed flowers. All right. You want to hear some more crazy inventions by the Chinese?
Please.
I was just thinking the first guy to invent the toilet paper, after he's been using those blocks, he's like, this is what I think of your freaking paperwork.
Hang on, we're on to something.
This was softer and had floral patterns on it.
Okay, hang on. All right.
Can you imagine if that was the way? Like, legitimately, that was the way.
One guy took it home. One guy took his paperwork home one day. And crap! Oh, I'm out of flowers. What am I going to use?
What were they using before toilet paper? Leaves?
I would say they don't.
Leaves, hands. I don't
They
know.
wouldn't know. They wouldn't think to wipe, right?
No.
You would just take a crap and then that's it. You would just go on
Yeah,
with
the
your
whole
day.
the whole street would have just
Everyone
stunk
would
of
just
crap.
Hygiene in the Middle Ages was completely different. You ever
But
read
that's the
into it?
Middle Ages. We're talking ancient world here.
This is 9000 BC.
Surely they wouldn't wipe. I confidently will say they
I
didn't
don't
wipe.
know.
You don't think there'd be a lot of pickings in the fingernails?
I'm sure there would be.
That's disgusting.
Be like, Ma, what are you cooking for dinner? You'll get dinner. Don't worry.
I'll give you dinner.
I love this spice you
All right,
use.
hang on. I'll give you some more inventions. All right, we'll go
Massaging the dough. Getting right in there.
Isn't that like inside for puppy?
Since when did we have Since when did we have dumplings with corn in them?
That was a peanut.
You're both disgusting. Disgusting. Outright. All right, just get it together. All right. There's some more inventions here.
Please. I need something
Hey,
less
you know
than
what?
the peanut corn dumplings.
We should go over every continent, over every episode, and see what
down.
they break it down. What continents have been the most
Influential.
influential, or just to contribute to the world's
Okay.
figure?
All right. Interesting. It is interesting.
Look, the Chinese are definitely up there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 100%. Okay,
where did they go so wrong? Where did they go so wrong?
What do you mean? Dude, they're taking over, man. Where did they go wrong? Think about it. I've brought this up 1,000 times on this podcast. I've brought it up in conversations. All right. I had this conversation with someone the other day. We were talking about property, right? And we're specifically talking about property in South Bank, Docklands, like all in the CBD. And I was saying how there's a glut right now because of all the international students. They're all overseas, obviously, because of COVID. And a lot of the a lot of the owners of those properties, they're all Chinese, mostly. So they don't care. They've bought, and she used to be a real estate. I remember the last time I had this conversation was with this woman who was a real estate agent in that area, specifically in that area. And she said when she was a real estate agent, 20 years ago, they were selling properties by the dozen to these Chinese investors who had the money. They didn't care if these apartments sat empty. And that's why Docklands became like an empty carousel, basically. Right?
Yeah.
And she said, it's the Chinese investors. Like, she wasn't saying it in a racist way, but she said it's these Chinese investors that have bought everything and allowed them to stay empty. That's why Docklands is always empty.
Yeah.
I said, really? Okay, we're going to blame Chinese investors? How about we blame the government for allowing Chinese investment to come in and take over like that? Because they welcomed it.
Yeah.
They said, yeah. Invest in our country, invest in our cities, go for it.
And we'll give you a residency.
Exactly. So they allowed it. The government allowed that sort of takeover, right? They just weren't expecting it to pull through the way it did.
Yeah.
On the flip side, you've also got no one wanting to pay $6,000 for an iPhone, so they move trade and manufacturing to China to get a bigger bottom end, right? So that way, they get all the cream, saying the cream becomes half the cup, because rather than pay us to manufacture Adidas in Cheltenham and pay us $30 an hour, they're going to pay some kid in China 30 cents an hour.
Yeah.
They got no problem doing that. But now they're angry that China's got investment across the world and how much percentage of the world's manufacturing relies on China to keep it afloat.
Yeah.
So what are you going to say? Here, do all our shit picking work that we can't be bothered doing ourselves. we're going to exploit your cheap labour.
Yeah, exactly.
But now that you've actually saved your ruples and come up with a bit of coin and a bit of power, we need to do something to control you? That doesn't make any sense.
It's ruples.
That's another. It's ruples like
money.
Chinese. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Dongs, man. It's dongs.
No, dong is in Vietnam.
Dong?
Yeah.
I thought dong was Chinese.
No.
Is it?
No.
What the hell's the Chinese one?
Yuan? No.
Yun.
Yuan.
Yen. No,
Yun.
no, yen.
Why
Is it
Yun? Yun.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
Named after-
renminbi.
Huh?
The currency of the official currency of China is called renminbi. The yuan is the basic unit of the renminbi, but the word is also used to refer to the Chinese currency general. So
Yeah,
one
okay,
yuan-
so they influence from...
one yuan divides into 10 jiao, and 1 jiao turns into 10 fen.
I'll remember that.
When? You asked, man. I answered the question.
Oh, interesting. All right.
I'm fact checking.
All right, what are the other... What are we talking about here? Go on with the other interesting
Okay.
inventions.
The bell.
The
The actual bells.
Handbell?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, clapper bells. Those, the ones with the monkeys. Yeah. Made of pottery have been found in several archaeological sites. The earliest metal bells, with one found in a Taoist, like a Taoist site, yada, yada, yada. Early bells not only have an important role in generating metal sound, but arguably played a prominent cultural role. With the emergence of other kinds of bells during the Shang dynasty, they were relegated to subservient functions. They were also found as part of horse and chariot gear and as collar bells on dogs. Dude, that was like 1600 BC.
Wow.
Okay, coffins. Actual coffins. Chinese did it. Yeah, obviously emphasized level of nobility, depending on the thickness of the coffin and all that sort of crap.
Yeah.
Cookware, pottery vessels, all that sort of stuff. 20,000 BC and yada, yada, yada.
20,000 BC.
Yeah. Dagger axe.
Hang on.
Dagger axe.
A dagger axe.
Dagger axe.
Like an axe with a dagger on the handle.
Dagger axe made of stone was found in the Neolithic sites, in Longshan culture. Yeah.
It does chopping and slashing.
This is what it looks like.
That is nice. Yeah.
Pole weapon.
Where can I get it?
Spring dial. See the pole going out the door as you walk in. Every restaurant, they've always got what's the statue? the shrine that they always have?
The cat.
No, he's the guy from
Guan Yu.
Guan Yu, yeah.
Oh.
Every Asian grocery store, every restaurant's got a Guan Yu statue. It's for luck and fortune, isn't it?
No, that's
Protection.
for protection.
Yeah.
The emperor. We're talking about the war hero.
Yeah.
Guan Yu.
Guan Yu.
With the big fucking
The star.
Guan Yu.
spear.
Yeah.
No. Guan Yu is the one with the long black beard.
Yeah, doesn't he have a huge spear?
Yeah, it's called a halberd.
It is a halberd, yes, thank you.
Correct him on that.
No,
it's not a spear.
No, he's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a fair
A
call.
spear
It
is
a
for
halberd.
stabbing, and a
Yeah.
halberd is for slashing.
Slashing. Yeah, no, he's right.
Okay, here's a question.
Yes.
Would you rather be, would you rather be a leader in that time?
Yeah.
Right? The Three Kingdoms? Let's
Yeah.
say a Guan Yu type. Mm-hmm. All right. Would you rather be like a vassal or a noble in Roman times?
Yeah.
Right? That era?
Yeah.
Or would you rather be a rapper in Miami? Now.
I'd rather be Guan Yu
Why?
because I'm going to be very careful with what I just about to say. here.
Remember something, though. Remember something.
I mean, both ways you're going to end up dead young
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah, true, but
Okay.
at least I'll live my life with...
remember this.
I'm saying
all
both.
three.
Both you're going to die young.
All three are going to die before the age of 30 to 35. All three are going to die. Probably murdered by someone in their own camp. All right, over a raw deal. Yeah. But just before they release their final words, you know what I mean? That changed the course of humanity. But remember, you would only know what you know at that period. Okay? So if you're Guan Yu, you don't know about, Teslas and gold chains.
I'll still take Guan Yu.
So as a rapper in Florida, would you say
Miami.
Miami, Florida, I would then be subjective to the American education system. So which is
You're
not much.
making millions of dollars per music video. The education system means nothing.
Oh, some a successful
Successful rapper.
Oh, you didn't
Aren't
say
they
that.
Oh, come on, man. I
You
didn't
didn't
mean
say
you were
that.
doing open mic nights.
You had the gold teeth. You had the,
the
forehead
chains.
tattoo.
6'9". Yeah.
You go around going, yeah.
Yeah.
No, hands down, Guan Yu.
I love
You
it.
can't sell me on anything else on this one.
Would it be Guan Yu over an attack like a
100%.
vassal?
I wouldn't be a Guan Yu because that wasn't a nice ending, but yeah.
No, but he's saying style. He's saying style. That's the style
Okay,
for me.
for the people at home, what was Guan Yu's ending?
Basically, it's a long story, but he was pretty much betrayed. And he was captured and executed. But that...
So he's Jesus. If a Chinese Jesus, you're saying. So.
He's worshipped as a deity. He's protector and good fortune. So
And he's betrayed by his own people, captured and executed. Except they had spears, not halberds.
That's true. That's true.
they hadn't invented paper yet. Okay.
Yeah,
They're all just sitting there poking. They're like, surely there's a slashing motion we can do here.
His death is pretty much the domino effect that pretty much brings the whole Three Kingdoms era to a downhill close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
What's wrong? This guy's squinting.
Yes, unfortunately, some of us need glasses, and I didn't bring them.
but he's got some of the best stories out there.
I've seen his
he's
age.
like some of the things, like his feats and things that he accomplished are just pretty crazy.
Okay, he was approximately...
He was 37, was he?
Close to 50, I think.
Now, hang on, man.
When
What's
he
his
died.
age?
When he died.
It just said it on the front page. It said the year he...
calm
Oh,
down.
maybe that was just the...
Calm down.
Died around 220, I think, 219.
Died in 2020.
yeah, sorry.
220, sorry. He's in office for 1 year. Where's he born?
I think it was like around 180, 170.
Died. His birth date is unknown.
They don't know, but they put his death at about. I mean, the thing. What do you call it? Like the history, not history. Like the just keeping tally of when people were born. A lot of the generals in his period, they know when they died, but they don't know when they were born, or they'll know when they were born, but not when they died.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the character stories have been like romanticized.
Yeah.
Some of his things that he did have they've attributed to him, which were then actually done by other people.
Yeah.
But some of the actual things he did do, if you look into it, pretty crazy.
Okay, back to my original question. Why would you rather be a Guan Yu in that era than over a vassal in Rome, a successful...
Oh, no, if I had the choice of Rome, I'd definitely be going to Rome.
That's what I'm saying. I just asked you 3 questions.
I thought you just meant as someone in an ancient world as opposed to someone in a modern world.
No. They're all different questions.
Oh, okay.
It's the same question. They're different things.
No, definitely Rome.
Asian babes. I'm going this way.
Okay. Why? Okay, I know why you're going to China.
I said that, yeah.
I think you already know why.
No.
No, I'm curious too.
Because, dude...
Well, yes, like you were saying Asian base, but
Yeah,
you see,
Asian
Rome,
base.
Don't throw it on me.
Rome at least gets to sample the rest of the Mediterranean. There's
Nah. Not telling me. Not telling me.
Wine-soaked... what's it called? Wine-soaked dolmadas, you know what I mean? In vine leaves over the dumplings in Asia.
No, I don't know.
What's a chalice of wine as opposed to, whatever they're drinking?
Because you see, I view myself
A
as
cup made of rice.
No rice wine.
like Dim said, I view myself as some sort of general senator,
Of course.
So I would love to have input in history. Be on that horse on the hill, commanding my men.
Yeah, but you still love the romance of the Chinese, the
Yeah,
Three Kingdoms.
I do.
He knows those manuscripts back
Yeah,
and front.
yeah.
Like you played the Dynasty Warrior games, and he knows.
It piqued my
everything.
interest in it because I'm like, there's an actual story here. Mm-hmm. What's it? What is it? And I actually started paying attention, and then
Yeah.
wait, hold on, this is actually based on an actual book.
Yeah.
And then I looked into the book, and I went to the city, to Chinatown, and found this little China bookstore, went into it. I was like, how old? 14 at the time.
We were in high school.
Yeah,
definitely.
Found it. I've still got it's a 4-book series. Still got it to this day. I've tried other translations, and they're nowhere near you look at the Penguin Books version, and it's like one book with they just cut out chapters and chapters.
Yeah.
All the good bits, everything. And it's just, the detail and just the things that they did, it's just crazy.
Okay, more inventions.
What about you?
Oh, what would I rather be?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And why?
And why?
And why? You're not getting a scot-free. What is this?
No, hang on. The rapper thing interests me because of the music thing, right?
Yeah.
And I actually because we grew up in the 80s and we've seen technology progress to what it is now, I like where we're at with technology, where you can research history at the drop of a hat.
But you could be part of history.
Yeah, but you can be part of history now for someone in 50 to 100 years.
Yeah, but I don't see that
50 to
as...
100 years, be like, I wonder what it was like 100 years ago. And they Google search
Okay.
or whatever it is.
Well,
at the time.
now we're asking-
T-Pain.
There was less iPhones.
Now we're asking different questions. Do you reckon history is going to get more important as we progress, or less important?
less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think in 300 years they're going to be talking about the Han Dynasty?
No, but you can
It'll
look
be a
back.
footnote.
Yeah, true, but the difference is... So what I think now with the way the world is now, because borders don't change anymore...
Not as great as they did then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so in the past, that's how people in general became great. You made a name for yourself by conquering other nations.
The mic, man.
Oh, it's over here. It moved.
Just stick it in your
They
mouth.
moved. It's because they changed. Yeah.
Okay, well, you can pull this around.
Whereas now, I think history more is going to be about technology.
I think it's because he's not stretching it.
I didn't know they did that. Are you serious?
Are you for real?
I didn't know that.
I've been doing it all day
I've
today.
been doing this. I've readjusted it like 8 times.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know?
It only took him like
So-
2 years of podcasting to finally figure it out.
I'm just going to keep my hand on this the whole time. Yeah.
What are you
Check,
comfortable
Mike.
with?
Check. 1, 2.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more about technology and more about, I don't know.
I mean,
just,
where the hell do we go from here, honestly?
well, that's right.
Sky's the limit, baby.
No, it's not. We've already conquered that, too.
That's not true, man. That Mars rover just landed. It started.
Well, that's what I mean. We've already conquered the skies
Yeah,
now,
and-
too.
yeah, and it's
And
not-
what's next?
It's drilling. It's drilling for life, man.
Okay, let's say it drills for life. All right, they find their life. Oh, it can be inhabited. Okay, let's move some people over
Okay,
there.
but John,
do you realize what the next? Do you realize what the
here we
next
go.
step is, Dim? The technology required. Do you know what that tech is?
Tell me, John.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know it has something to do with changing the environment.
Okay.
And we're not there yet.
Yeah.
First of
At all. Not
hang
even
on.
close.
You're dismissing one thing.
Or
though.
controlling
You're dismissing
the
one big
environment.
thing.
What's that?
You're talking about being a part of history, like say in the these eras or whatever, right? Rewriting the course of humanity, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
If they discover active forms of life on Mars, that rewrites a lot of history books out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the concepts and ideas that we've shared for over 2,000 years will change. They will have to change because we've literally found evidence of something that has not existed outside of some of the biggest books in the world.
Yeah.
That'll change. That'll have to change a new course in humanity eventually. Well, going back to this thing, yeah, if you were part of, say, the Guan Yu era or the Roman vassal era or whatever, you could have a say and change the course of history, blah, 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 for better, for worse. I mean, we're going to get to where we are eventually, yada, yada, yada. Maybe, we're going to be wearing shoes on our heads and hats on our feet. But who knows, right? It's subjective because we don't know how anything would have changed differently.
As a norm.
Yeah, as a norm. Right? Borders might have been different, but we might still be the same.
Yeah.
But where am I going with this?
we're all that bald-headed,
Okay.
sleek in one onesie
At the
sort
same,
of.
Jeff Bezos,
Yes.
the Bezos army. Having said that,
Yeah.
you just said borders aren't changing, right? The way they did then.
Yeah.
Or they weren't getting conquered for like 200-300 years at a time,
Yeah.
changing the course of a civilization, changing the course of a country, blah, blah, blah. We've gone full circle. We're back to ethnicity.
Yeah.
Who's to say a bomb doesn't get dropped in Minsk tomorrow
Yeah, I know.
and everyone is, it's like apocalypse now all of a sudden?
Yeah, I agree. I know. But the thing is, everybody's on too many eggshells to do that. To do that, you would have to have an absolute psycho that would be willing to do that.
You don't think it's going to spill over at some point?
It probably will eventually, but that person has to come into effect. You got to see that person. You're not just going to get like some.
Oh, it won't be some idiot renegade, from the alt-right that's got a Twitter page. It'll be someone that's got. It's going to be someone that's had like a rep brewing for ages.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
It's
Elon
coming.
Musk.
I swear.
No,
it's
no,
coming.
what I'm saying-
I swear it's coming. That evil genius thing of like taking over the planet's coming.
I own everything now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I own Mars too, by the way.
I rule the world now.
I heard everything else. Huh?
Look at the moon. I etched my name in it.
There's a big billboard, Musk rules. No, seriously.
You're going to have to get some, it's going to have to be some person who comes into power.
This guy's gone.
That's,
Just pictured him Musk rules, on the moon, and it's got like a clip of like cut off from the forehead down is Jeff Bezos' face on the moon. He's like, Bezos, look what I did.
Just a screw page.
Just to screw him over with the moon head.
You're weird, man. Nevertheless.
Look up countries that have nuclear capabilities.
Okay.
There's not many, right?
There's, I think, 10.
2? Oh, is it that many?
Yeah. There's America, Russia.
Wait, capabilities or currently
At the
holding...
moment, nuclear armament.
Is it that
armaments.
many?
Yeah, there's about 10.
Oh, okay.
They're in the World Security
nine.
Council.
There's nine. There's nine.
Nine,
America, Russia, France, UK, China, India.
Yeah.
I don't know if Germany has them.
No.
No, because they're not. No.
You're on the ball so far. Think of the biggest countries in the world.
I just said the biggest countries.
There's still more.
Didn't North Korea have it?
Say it again. Start again.
America, Russia,
Yeah.
France,
Yeah.
UK,
Yeah.
China,
Yeah. You've hit the first 5
India,
just here.
India.
Elon Musk is holding plenty of them.
By himself. It's just his house is a converted nuclear stockpile.
No, it's a silo. It's a nuclear silo. Bezos is at his front door. Let me in.
He's just got like a Kmart logo on the front to throw people off.
Yeah.
Why would Elon Musk have nuclear capabilities? For what benefit?
I mean, he can build rockets, right? I mean,
Okay, but like, well, those rockets would surely have some form of nuclear power, wouldn't they?
yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's American. Oh, he's not American.
You've seen them explode,
He's
man.
not American, but he's got he's got access to whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we've seen him explode. Challenger in 19 freaking.
No, I mean, his recent ones that have exploded,
Did
these
it go
test
up and
ones.
then came back down? Was it manned?
It blew up on the way down. No, it was unmanned test rocket.
But that was the one that was meant to be like a passenger freight, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. They're trying to get cheap flights for people.
Yeah, but when you
Into
say
space.
cheap, it's like 200,000.
Well, but I mean, they're cutting costs everywhere they can, and that's why they're exploding. Is they're trying to cut costs where they can safely. But it went up and then landed, and on the landing, it
Elon
exploded.
Musk is cutting costs with his flights in order to make it passenger friendly, but they're exploding on impact. What does that tell you?
Well, they're exploding on landing,
You
so that's a
can't-
good start.
That space flight is only viable as long as there's profit.
Well, everything's not viable unless there's profit.
Well, that's right. He
No
can't.
one does anything for fun.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the podcast. Unprofitable. So.
Okay, you still got
All right. America, Russia, China, UK, France,
India.
India.
You got 3 more, and you should know these, man. Think of the countries that are hell bent on ruling the world.
North Korea.
Yeah, that's one.
I gave you that one.
But
You
they're not on the
fucked.
but they're not on the Security Council though.
No.
So there's 8 countries on the Security Council there.
These are 9 countries that have nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Obviously, North Korea is not on the Security Council.
Iran,
No, they shut it down, and then they started.
Didn't they lie about
Israel.
it?
Does Israel have one?
Yeah.
Israel's got them.
Yep.
Well,
Didn't Iran lie about it?
and one more. Yeah.
Iran basically, after Trump pulled out of the treaty, Iran said, "Well, if you're going to pull out, then
Is it a
we're gonna-"
European country?
No,
African?
no.
Asian?
Yep.
Japan?
Nope.
Well, China.
No. Think
North
about another
Korea.
country that's always at war, even internally, or with their neighbours.
Vietnam.
No, Vietnam hasn't had war since the 70s.
Australia.
Yeah. Johnny Howard's got the nuclear codes.
Asian country.
Asian country, huh?
South Asian. Maybe that helps.
South Asia. Singapore.
South Asian.
Are they Southeast?
That's Southeast.
Oh, specifically South. Okay.
If I wanted Southeast, I would have said Southeast.
You mean very specific.
Oh, specific. I'm trying to help you here.
South
That's always at war.
Yeah, or at least in the threat.
Well, he said even internally, so it could be.
as in like neighbouring
Within
regions.
itself.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Give me something else.
There's no hint. It's a Muslim country.
Oh, like that narrows it down.
It does. A Muslim country in South Asia.
Arab Emirates. No.
That is the Middle East.
I don't know.
What the hell?
Indonesia. No.
That's a Southeast Asian country.
Yeah, I'm thinking all Southeast right now. I can't
South
get them out of my
Asian,
head.
man. Pakistan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I always forget that they're part of. You know.
Oh, yeah. I completely
I do
forgot
forget
about
that they're
that.
Asian.
North of India.
It's somewhat.
It's just over the border.
It's literally next door. A Muslim country in South Asia. Let me get back to you on that one.
You know what I discovered about Pakistan?
Here we go.
About Pakistan.
Here we go.
That's actually old parts of Afghanistan.
Are you just figuring that out now?
I thought it was actually the part of the people that were part of India that didn't want to be part of like a Hindu country.
Yeah, because they always hated each other, right?
Yeah. And so then like they let them, all right.
So why do they hate each other so much then?
Because one's Hindu, one's Muslim.
One's Hindu, one's... That's the base. That's the skinny of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
Pakistan is part of Afghanistan, which was always like in the middle of empires and stuff. I was like, I did not know that.
Okay, before we listen to any more of John's spurious facts, how about we just get to the actual point?
Guan Yu rules!
You know what I love? This is the first... What's Guan Yu got to do with Pakistan?
I don't know.
I love... This is the first line in Wikipedia. Pakistan, officially the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, is a country in South Asia. It's the first line! It is the world's fifth most populous country with a population exceeding 212.2 million and is the world's second largest Muslim population. I'm pretty sure it's behind Indonesia. And the 33rd largest country by area, blah, 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 blah. Pakistan gained independence in 1947 as a homeland for Indian Muslims following the Pakistan movement, which sought statehood from the Muslim majority region regions of British India through partition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is you're going to have like some loose cannon come into power into one of these countries. Not necessarily. That's just coming outright dropping bombs on someone. But it doesn't even need to be that. It could just be like something like World War I, a shot, someone important killed, and then, it creates a trickle effect. That's, a small way of doing it. But then more than likely, like if you got like I said, a loose cannon come in.
Okay.
And they actually drop.
Who would have to be killed in order for something like that to get set off?
Who knows?
Like even killing...
It could be some diplomat.
Do you reckon that would set that off? Or do you reckon...
Look at that journalist that was killed in the Arab Emirates. Like he was, what was he? He
American.
Was American, but America doesn't really want to do too much to them because they rely on them.
But that's the point. That happened under Trump's watch, and Trump did nothing. And the world criticized him for it. Like, hang on, you let an American journalist get killed in Turkey.
Nah, wasn't in Arab. I was actually
in Turkey.
Okay.
But you did literally nothing. Nothing.
Well,
they went back to Salman, the emir of Emirati of where was he from? United Emirates or whatever. And they said, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, it's been handled internally," and that was good enough for Trump.
Yeah.
But that's the point. Trump's a big pussy in the face of like actual balls, like Putin, like all these. He's got nothing to say because he's not a.
He's thinking. He's disagreeing with something.
See, John's trying to think of ways not to reveal his great plan in taking over.
No, well, nobody knows that except for my inner circle.
I'll tell you what. Let's get. We've got to finish up in the next.
So you're saying that you would have preferred war then?
Over what?
Over like getting
quiet.
Over quiet.
Silence.
You would have preferred.
No, I'm just saying that it's entirely possible.
But yeah, I'm not saying it's the right thing to have done. But do you think by him doing nothing, by him not doing anything, was the right thing or the bad thing?
He did nothing based on his personal interests, and that's because of the business dealings between America and Turkey.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
And that's what it comes down with almost every country. It's their own personal interests.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
The right made Trump out like he was some sort of massive peacemaker.
But he's asking you if you think it was a right or wrong decision.
I think it was wrong. He should have done
What
something.
would you have liked to have done?
An inquest. Anything.
Okay.
You see what that happened with China's inquest on COVID? That's gone well.
No, an inquest of some kind in the least. He didn't even condemn the attack. Like, he did nothing about it.
Who released the footage? Someone released the footage. It was another country, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Was it France?
France. It was France. Yes. Yes. I do. Something I remember. I think, fuck.
It was Andy can actually get involved in political discussion.
I mean,
it was France.
The issue with World War One was the guy, that Archduke guy. He was next in line to take over. So that's probably why it was such a big deal.
Okay.
The Archduke Ferdinand.
One now.
Huh?
I was talking about the
but what I'm getting at. Because that was a trickle effect. That was a domino effect.
Yeah.
So you're saying this American journalist that died should have been a domino effect?
No. But obviously
it could have been.
We handle international relations and diplomacy a lot better than they did in World War One.
Of course. That guy was that's when there was royalty and monarchy and all that. And
we didn't have that now.
He was a line in, he was second in line.
But there should have been an inquest. of some kind with a big panel to say, what the hell? Turkey got away with it.
Well,
the same way they've still gotten away with the Turkish occupancy of northern Cyprus.
So would you like the United States government to show you their paperwork on when they do their inquest for everything?
Why not?
I don't know.
What I'm saying is...
How do you know that? I mean, as far as face value, nothing was done, but how do you know nothing was actually done?
Because nothing was done.
Yeah, but as far as you know.
Yeah, but nothing was actually done.
But
something would have had to come to light.
I'm not saying nothing was or something was done, but I'm just saying you can't just say nothing was done and nothing was done.
Okay, well, something made...
Can I ask you a serious question? What do you plan on playing tonight? Because I know in your head you just...
I'm counting it down. Well,
there's something brewing in there, some kind of mastermind takeover scheme on some game. I'm just curious what it is going to be.
Tonight I'm dabbling on the Outriders demo. Check that out on PC.
Okay.
I've heard some okay things about it. Then, after today's doings, I might jump onto some Crusader Kings 2.
Okay, there it is. All right.
There it is.
I was waiting for something. Stop touching the microphone!
I can't get it right.
Often said in John's world. Look.
No, I don't know. Maybe
the one thing that annoys me...
Destiny 2. I'm back on a horse.
Oh, God.
On new expansion?
Yeah. I just started too the other day.
I'll get your feedback on the next time we do a podcast.
As I mentioned before, all right, Turkey was let basically to run free as the northern invasion of the invasion of northern Cyprus. That was completely unsanctioned, unwarranted, unprovoked, and they just put up stumps and said, "You know what? We're going in. We want the northern part of Cyprus." Displaced how many, civilians? That's why we have such a big Cypriot community here in Melbourne. Killed thousands. People were not allowed to return to their homes.
When was this? What year?
70s.
70s. Okay.
Yeah. For what reason? No reason other than just want it. That, to this day, is unrecognised. The Northern Republic of Cyprus is unrecognised by all governing bodies. United Nations, NATO, throw them all in there. The only people that recognise it are the Turkish cunts.
Yep.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And it goes it's still there.
Do you recognise the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia?
You want my honest opinion on that?
Yeah.
The Greeks sold out. They basically got a fee
and
allowed them to use the name.
Okay. Now, the land area itself, the border, the borders itself, is that actually Old Macedonia? That's the borders of themselves?
How far back do you want to go?
Well, I'm just saying, or have they just settled in some land and called it Macedonia?
Basically, I had a couple of Serbian guys explain it to me.
Yeah.
Their layman's explanation of the Macedonian situation was when Yugoslavia broke up, right? Mm-hmm. The Croats got their thing, like they were already sovereign nations or whatever, but it was Yugoslavia, right? They went to war, all right? The Bosnian Muslims, the Croat Catholics, the Serbian Orthodox, Serbia-Montenegro split up, into half. That left the Macedonians. The Macedonians were from Skopje, right? A southern city on the base of Yugoslavia, bordering Greece. Mm-hmm. The northern state of Greece is called Macedonia, okay? These Skopjans were basically like, words of a Serbian dude from Serbia, two of them, were like, there were some poor people left over at the end of the war. They had nowhere to go, so they just looked around and said, all right, we're a city here now, and we need a name. Well, that name's nice, and it's bordering our city, so we'll take that name. And it became Macedonia.
Okay.
The Macedonian name is historic. You know about Alexander the Great. You don't need me to tell you. Okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So they basically looked across the road and said, well, that's Macedonia. So we're the Yugoslavian
This is an
Republic of
homage to Macedonia.
Yeah. But then they went one step further, named their airport Alexander the Great Airport, the national airport, and started claiming that he was a Slav.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Their flag,
this is legit, or
their flag, the National Republic of Macedonia.
Yeah.
Their flag, the Star of Ergina, right, which is Alexander the Great's emblem. It's a northern icon for the state of Macedonia and Greece. The state of Macedonia and Greece was a royal blue background and a yellow star, right, a pointed star. The Macedonians of the north, in former Yugoslavia, took the flag, made it a red background, and started claiming it as its own. That is an iconic Greek emblem with historic roots dating back thousands of years. They had the balls to take the flag. They had the balls to claim the name right. the namesake, saying that Alexander the Great was a Slav. The man made his way to India, and there were still villages in northern India speaking ancient Greek. He made it to Egypt, named their capital Alexandria, still in effect today. Founded the biggest library the world had ever seen. And then you got these Yugoslavs claiming name rights and history.
So the land
that they're on may have been Greek, thousands of years ago.
okay, may have been.
Whatever. That's not what we're claiming. We're saying you can't have the name
Why?
because the name is an ancient Greek name.
But it's a land. It's a. Isn't it like a land?
No.
It's the name of like land, like
No.
the country.
No. Think about it like this, right? What's the neighboring country of Italy?
Albania.
Albania. What's the most northern city?
Albanius. I don't know.
Just go with that. Yeah, go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the sake of this.
Albanius. All right?
It's the capital city. Get it right. Yeah.
People are following.
You
Anyway.
are such a fuckwit.
know we're
Why do
doing.
you do this on purpose, man?
I don't know. I think people get kicks out of
him
it.
on the spot. Of course, he's going to do it.
Why do you do this
It's
on
okay.
purpose?
I wasn't expecting you to name a city.
I'll give you another metaphor with real names and real cities.
I think like
Hang on, stop. I'll give you another metaphor, all right? You got Syria, okay? Massive country.
Yeah.
Okay? You got Lebanon, tiny country. Okay? Homs is the capital city of Syria, right? Homs. Lebanon goes into civil war. Okay? Beirut and whatever, right? They all go into civil war. They break up. They become sovereign states. Okay? Then you have this little leftover patch of like nomads, all right? Don't have a state of their own. They're like, okay, well, we don't really fit in anywhere here. What should we name ourselves? Let's start up camp here. Yeah, this 100K radius spot is our camp. Sweet. We need a name. Homs looks nice. Okay, we're now the National Republic of Homs. You know what? Their flag looks good too. Let's take that. Let's change the background color to green instead of blue. Is that right?
I mean, probably not, but there's been cases of that throughout all time.
Okay, and people have fought for it. What's your point?
Nothing.
Okay, exactly. You just verify the fact that it's probably not okay. It's happened before. Okay, well, it's happened, and it's pissed us off. We had,
But I mean, why are you so pissed off?
For the record, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I
because
wouldn't.
they're taking one of the greatest historical figures in Greek history, and they claim to be theirs, taking the fucking name rights, which isn't right, took out emblems, took out everything, and now they're claiming it's as theirs.
I think ethically,
Unsanctioned.
ethically,
Yeah.
it's not right. I can
not
agree
right.
with that part.
I mean, ethically,
But what's even more not right? What's even more not right is this: the Greeks eventually made a deal with them. Basically, just took a payout,
yeah.
literally, and no Greek accepted it.
Yeah.
No one. There were fucking riots in the streets. Every Greek in media across the world blew up. The only people that accepted it were the Greek government. They're like, yeah, okay, pay up, and you can have.
And
it.
I guess that's why we have copyright laws, right? Because that protects us from this
Oh, no, but
happening.
this is a country we're talking about.
But that's what I
Unless
mean.
you're going to copyright, yeah, Macedon.
But what I mean is we have those laws in place to protect your, so we don't have multiples of the same thing, right? Like if you have an idea and that's yours, then that's protected. And I guess ethically, that's what he's saying is that, you know, what's happened is ethically not right. And it shouldn't be right and it shouldn't happen in the future and it shouldn't have happened in the past. Which I guess makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. I honestly have no opinion on it whatsoever. But I just find getting so antsy about it. Like,
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Like people on my social media is just
I mean,
were like,
riding over the streets over the name of a country. I mean,
people were
It's
arcing
not
up.
just that, though. That's what you're forgetting. It's not just the name of a country. They're trying to take the history of it as well. Trying to claim that Alexander the Great is Slav. They named the airport, man. They named the fucking airport. Like, now you've started me. Don't even start, man. Don't even start.
I don't know. I feel like people riot
don't know.
over vaccines, but they won't riot about, you know, some people breaking into houses every other week. You know, like when nothing gets done, people get bailed.
There's a Greek Skopje International Airport, all right? They've got a statue of fucking Alexander the Great
yeah.
at the airport. Like, why? Why? Previously known as
But they just really admire him and they wanted to name their country after him.
No.
Why is that such
It
a bad
used to
thing?
be called Alexander the Great Airport.
Okay.
All right? It was previously known as Skopje Alexander the Great Airport.
Yeah.
All right? He was a Greek general, man, and the king of Greece.
Yeah.
They're claiming that he was a Slav.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's not a Slav.
But these idiots are
But
claiming that.
his realm probably included Slavic nations.
Probably. But they can't claim ownership of that.
I guess.
Well,
Take the flag, man. You can't take a flag.
well, I mean, flag, whatever. But technically, like,
John,
if you want to break down things, he was like, yes, he is Greek, he's Macedonian, but he was like actually like at the end when he died. I mean, he was the king of Persia. He was the king of the Persian Empire.
John, look, I know you're used. I mean, you're Italian. You're used to getting watered down, hand-me-downs, whatever we let you people have. I get that. That's fine.
Mind you, I just like to point out he's the one that brought out the attack straight away. That's what they say people do when they can't.
You know what's
come
sad?
up with
What's sad, right? We'll arc up about it and we'll argue and we'll have people writing. And like you said, in 50 to 100 years' time, what's history going to be? A footnote. No one's going to give a shit.
I mean, exactly. In 50 to 100
No,
years, the
agree.
country probably won't exist. It'll be something else.
But you just said that that's not even happening anymore. You said it about an hour ago.
That's true.
So then which one are you? Is it going to exist or is it not going to exist?
I don't know. Who's to say? I can't see the future, Tim. Well,
Nostradamus, please.
well, if everything goes according to plan and I get my uprising,
So in other words,
there might not
in an hour-
be a European Union at
So
all.
hang on. In
there
an
might,
hour,
yeah.
hang on, dickhead.
Yeah.
In an hour, you
Hey,
managed-
whoa. What is it? Friendly fire. Fuck, calm
hang
down.
on. In an hour, he's managed to go all the way around, change his stance to what I actually said.
I
and
never
now he's
said that
using it-
whatsoever.
He's using it against me.
I never said that
At the
whatsoever.
start of the conversation, he was saying,
You know he's going to pull this up later. He'll find something.
Take your goddamn hands off my wife. No, we'll go past that.
Aha!
Way past that. Don't play that ever again.
remember that in Naked Gun? Now read that back to me. And if you ever put your hands on my goddamn wife again, I will. Listen, bridges forever, man. Her voice. All right, forget you, man. I can't.
All right, let's say this. Okay. Okay, let's say this. Now, in all seriousness, okay, like you said, countries don't exist. Lands don't exist like they used to exist, okay? Land doesn't change how it used to, okay?
How did we get to this, man?
I don't know. You were
I was
complaining.
reading out inventions.
Yeah.
Like, we should have got into the dildo and the warhorse by now.
Ooh.
Whoa. And the warhorse? Or like, comma, and the warhorse?
The warhorse dildo. Okay.
All right, so you got all these people, all right, throughout all of history, tribes settled in land. That's how you ended up with Turkey, okay? They were a tribe. Greeks, believe it or not, were a tribe as well eventually. Even Romans, everybody was a tribe, came to a land, settled, killed the people there, took it over.
I'm aware.
Okay. Tribes don't exist anymore in the modern world, Dim.
Well, they do. Just not
Only in the deepest, darkest Africa
the Papua
or
New
in
Guineans would have something to say about
Central
this.
America
And they probably
and
speak
South
English.
America. Yeah. With Wi-Fi and
They're probably the only
Wi-Fi.
ones listening to
Yeah,
our podcast. Hashtag Papua New Guinea.
I can't get enough of this cupcake. Okay. So now,
That's right. Andy is broken. Seeing it. Thanks for listening. That's serious. Okay.
so nowadays, all right. So when you do have countries that were part of the USSR or countries that were there, people have been displaced now. Okay. Like you said, there's no, like I was saying, there's no tribes, there's no people coming out of the dark forest to just settle in a country and take it over.
Okay.
All right. So now you got these people displaced, countries.
He wants to laugh.
Go for it.
You got me good on that one. You got me really good on that one. 'Cause I'm just picturing like the giant nose ring and the tats.
You're not. I really like you.
Sitting around just a speaker. Okay.
So, like, all right. So
Fuck,
then
we're ignorant.
these people end up with some land, and they're like, all right, what are we going to call it? Like, what can we do? All right. So then, what would you say they do? These people that have been displaced, a whole nation, they have their identity, their national identity.
Yeah.
They're within the borders of probably an old empire. Mm-hmm. And then, all right, what do we do? Let's call ourselves what?
Call yourself something that's going to piss the people off next door. Because
Well, if the Greeks are so angry, do something about it. What are they going to do?
Well, they did.
What'd they do?
got
They
sanctioned
rioted.
for it.
Well, so what?
It's been gone for like 20 odd years, John. That's
mean-
the point.
Well, I mean, I think that's why there's, you know,
Wait till something
if you,
hits the home, and then we'll see what happens.
Like
Oh,
what?
okay,
Council-
okay. I think I've got an example for it. So let's
council
say,
came-
if Albania in Albanius renamed their city to
Rome.
to Rome, I wouldn't care.
If
So,
they put up
but-
a statue of Julius Caesar and they said Albanian Julius Caesar,
I would say sick.
you're an idiot.
Why not?
I would just say they're
No, but it's not a tribute to Julius Caesar. It's a tribute to the Albanian Julius Caesar.
Good on him.
the only thing
It's like Black Jesus. Good on him.
Again,
Yeah,
like we said,
Yeah.
Italians are used to having the hand-me-down, so I understand.
Wait.
We're that secure in our confidence. You know, that's why we don't care.
Let's assume you live on 23 Fake Street, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then your next door neighbour's 25 Fake Street, and they're
Yeah.
like, I think I'll go 23. I hope this is on the right track of what I'm trying to. I think
It's a very weak rendition.
It is,
Yeah.
but wait, there's more. You order Crusader Kings 3. Okay?
Yeah.
And your neighbour's claiming to be number 23. Takes your mail because they're now number 23.
Okay.
What would you do?
And then they get a bill. They get a bill and send it to him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Well, first things first, I would be happy that I managed to get another person involved in Crusader Kings 3 to appreciate that culture.
You paid for it.
That's okay. I'll just go buy another one.
So you would be okay.
Oh, but look, if you're going to play it, that's fine. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'll go get another
What
one.
happens if they just scalp it and sell it for more?
Well, I don't know.
Are they crossing the line there?
Possibly.
Surely there's a line.
That's a very good. That's a very good analogy. I'm very impressed.
I'm trying to
Andrew.
get him on. Yeah, I'm trying to
very
get him.
good. You
Yeah.
brought yourself down to his level and talk to him like a child. Thank you. I'll tell you what. I will finish on this, man, because shit, we've been on for nearly 3 hours. I've got to get out of here. But I'll give you a couple more inventions by
Yes.
the Chinese, pre-Shang and post-Shang, right? Soybean cultivation.
Bastards.
Oh, mate.
Bastards. Honestly, you ruined the planet. Fucking idiots.
That's where it goes down to. The Chinese, 100,000 BC. All right, hang on. Acupuncture was Chinese.
Yeah, bullshit.
What do you mean? What? Who do you think made acupuncture?
No, I'm just saying it's bullshit.
Oh, you don't think it works?
No.
I've had it done. It did nothing for me. Where did you have it done?
No, I've got partner's family that
Oh, okay.
doctors.
Do you know where I got sent?
Acupuncture doctors.
It was right in 2000. I still remember it. 2013 when I did my last sciatica. I got sent to a place in Springy on Springvale Road. One of these pharmacy joints that's just got gold Chinese logos on the front door. No disconcerting address. Like Google Maps will not bring it up. Like 23 Fake Street. Go straight to 31st. What the hell? It's not even the right side. I went in and it's just a wall of jars, unlabeled, just herbs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like, what the hell am I, man? I'm expecting Steven Seagal to come out. You know what I mean? Old dude comes out. He's like, how can I help you? Acupuncture? I was like, yeah. Takes my money, makes me lie down, jabs me in the lower back above my ass with a bunch of pins attached to some sort of device. It looked like one of those Thetan meters, you know, from the... I was like, what the hell, man? Are you starting a car? Like, this doesn't make sense. And then, just lie there for a bit. Like, what the hell's going on? I'm in pain because I got needles sticking out of my back. Yeah, I got up, walked it off, and then that was it.
Yeah.
There's my money gone. End of my acupuncture experience. I don't find it does anything, man.
I've never had it, so I can't say.
Look, I went. Obviously, I won't name drop, but people I know who claim to the public that it works will privately admit that it's all bullshit. But it is recognised by the World Health Organization as a treatment. It's a legitimate treatment.
Whatever,
it's recognised. I think it's crap. The people.
I think it's crap.
The people I'm talking about also will go and tell people that they help cure cancer and stuff like that, and it's just not true.
Man. Yeah, it'll cure
just not
syphilis.
true.
Don't stress.
Well, they give syphilis.
Yeah. Okay, few more inventions. Banknotes. Paper currency was first developed in China.
Okay.
Which is actually pretty impressive. Man, that changed the world. You know, everyone had a trade.
Makes sense. They made paper. They made
Yeah. Bravo. All right. Biological pest control.
bastards. Because then that developed all the other.
They didn't use freaking Agent Orange. Like, relax, man.
So technically the first inventors of chemical warfare too.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to
Biological
get.
warfare.
Yeah.
All right, man. You can't claim them for biological warfare.
Well, if insecticides can be used,
The first regions of the
All
use
the
of
sides
hang
come
on.
from that.
Insect species to control an insect pest comes from Nangfang, Cao Muzhang, attributes to the Western Jin dynasty, some botanist. He mentions that Jiaozi people sell
Jiaozi.
ants.
Is that the
Jiaozi.
is that the Jay-Z of their time? Or?
Yeah. Sells ants and their nests attached to twigs looking like thin cotton envelopes, the reddish yellow ant being larger than normal. Without such ants, southern citrus fruits will be severely insect damage. So they didn't use chemicals. They used ants that went in and controlled. Like bees take nectar. You need spiders to kill, certain things.
So things are eating other things.
So they found that a certain ant would keep pesticide down, so they brought the ant in.
That's interesting.
There you go. All of a sudden.
No,
But, dude,
apologies to the Chinese.
dude, they were the first people to invent the bombard weaponry and bombs.
All right, back to bastards.
Literally. They invented the first bristle toothbrush. The first
Someone probably should have invented how to use it. Well,
cast iron. That was one of theirs.
Oh, good. Oh, hey, credit. I haven't cooked a steak as good on a cast iron in
I
any
love
other
how
pan.
thousands of years of technology and history, they're finally getting their props from Andy in his jocks. You know what I mean? Like, thank you, China, for your cast irons.
Good steaks.
They did invent chopsticks, by the way.
That what?
They invented chopsticks.
Oh,
I think so. Wow.
And, okay, I'll give you one more. One interesting one, okay? Civil service examinations. So to train potential candidates for civil service roles, formally through bureaucratic roles, was in China, man.
What happened to the dildo? I'm confused.
No, that was Catherine the Great.
He's got that one. You're such a dick. Hang on. Actually, there's a lot of them here, man. Fire arrows, firecrackers, fishing reels.
Crossbows.
Firecrackers. I forgot about firecrackers.
Yeah. Not the gunpowder shit, man. They figured out they want to explode stuff. Fragmentation bombs, forensic entomology, fuses, whatever. Gas cylinder.
Well, that first guy that invented the black powder would have realised his hand blew off. I need something that I can light so I can run away and then let it explode.
Well, they invented the hand grenade.
Well, there you go.
Do you know what it is? His neighbours have been complaining about the noise of explosions. He's like, I need something that I can throw into that guy's house.
There's got to be a way I can get to explode after I get rid of it. They also invented the gun, the handgun. The modern handgun, man, dating back to 1128.
Which is sad because, like, in all those movies and shit you see, they never actually use handguns.
Well, the first handgun, man.
I've never seen what it looks like.
It looks like a hand cannon, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a photo of it here.
There would have been like one-off prototypes maybe, and then they're like not in like mass production or something probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it depends what was like.
I feel like they never credited
It's like
that.
the world we know as of like 1990, like 1900s, and then you go back and it's like Chinese, Chinese soldiers running around with grenades and commandos and all that, and it's circa 1100.
Rambo.
It's just about Chinese Rambo.
Circa 900, AD.
Rimbo. Kites. Kites were invented in China.
Yeah.
Kites.
Yeah. Lu Ban invented kites.
Oh, kites.
Kites.
Sorry, I misheard
Oh
you.
my god. Magic mirrors, mahjong, big surprise there.
Oh, yeah.
Mechanical
What a
theaters,
game, what a game.
Multi-stage rockets,
Wow.
13th century.
What?
Hang on. Ambiguity as to whether the earliest rockets of the 13th century were first developed in Europe, right? But, yeah, the arrows of China, they apparently had mortars, man, multi-stage rockets. This goes into massive
What are you
history.
reading this off?
Wikipedia.
Oh.
Yeah, you can...
Some Chinese guys sitting there going, I have everything. Everything. We've claimed everything.
No, I thought it was like an article. I thought it might have been an article.
Dominoes, China. Tacos, China. Playing cards.
Souvlaki's China.
Yeah, playing cards, porcelain. Man, they did a lot.
Briscola, China.
Gefilte fish, China.
Beijing Airport,
All right.
Alexander the Great. Beijing Airport.
This is the last one. All right, I'll give you the last one. I'm going to wrap it. the restaurant menu.
They invented
I
it.
swear. And you know what, man? They haven't updated it since.
No English translations.
It's exactly the same. Szechuan chicken, salt and pepper squid, hot pot,
Lemon chicken.
anyone, dude. When I go to Chinese restaurants or just Southeast Asian restaurants,
It's always-
and someone picks up a menu and looks at it for more than 5 minutes, I get angry.
Yeah.
I get angry. I'm like, dude, it's exactly the same as the one we went to 2 weeks ago on the other side of town.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, we could go to Amsterdam right now and order Chinese food exactly how we have it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they made it in 1960. 960, 1279, man. During the early Song dynasty, expanding trade and commerce brought money and people to the Song Chinese capital. So the world's first restaurants sprang up and food like dumplings and noodles became available to the masses for a small price.
No, you
They,
make me hungry.
they updated it in like 1279 just to put the Mongolian beef on there. We welcome our new overlords. Our new overlords. Mongolian beef.
That's good. Actually, you might be onto something. Hey, when was the cast iron made? Because sizzling. That's what made it sizzling. The cast iron.
Go and find out.
Holy shit, he might be onto something.
Hang on. Hang on.
Going down the wormhole.
Confirmed by archaeological evidence, cast iron made from melting pig iron was developed in China by the early 5th century BC during the Zhou dynasty. So 1122 to 256 BC. That's when it was first developed. Okay. Malleable iron. An important Chinese innovation was developed of malleable iron in the 4th century BC, which enhanced the mechanical properties. Military grade weapons. These were all that sort of stuff. So all we've got to really look up is cast iron skillet. Yeah?
Yeah.
Invention. Hang on.
John's just cracked the code here.
Dude, literally. Invention. Hang on. Oh, no. Sorry. Englishman Abraham Darby is credited with revolutioning cast iron cookware in 1707 when he patented a method for casting iron into relatively thin pots and kettles. But cast iron cookware, that's what we want to look at. No! Dude! The first known use of cast iron cookware was used during the Han Dynasty in 2020 AD.
There you go.
So when did the Mongolians come in?
No, they were like 1270.
1270.
Oh, okay.
So then what are we comparing it with? The restaurants.
But that was 900.
Just so, we're trying to see if the
said it, mate.
dates line up.
Hang on. Restaurants. 1279.
The restaurants.
The restaurants popped up from 960 to 1279. That's when all.
Okay. Yeah. That's funny.
So you're
That's
saying
crazy.
the Mongolians came in and they basically expanded their restaurant to...
Because they needed to
That's what
have
they created-
Mongolian beef for the homesick guys.
Yeah, so they need to say, yes, we are definitely abiding by your ways.
Go, quick.
Look at that. We've got Mongolian beef. Sizzling Mongolian beef.
That's the only thing that's ever ordered from that point on. You got this whole menu. I'll take the Mongolian beef. There's just these guards standing at the doors of the restaurant.
Yes.
Lemon, no, Mongolian beef. Or you order lemon chicken, Mongolian beef comes out, the earliest date of some guy in a singlet bringing you the wrong food. Excuse me, I wanted lemon chicken, Mongolian beef.
Can you imagine the ancient paintings? The paintings coming from that period. There's people sitting at a restaurant. There's a guy in a singlet. What the hell is that? They keep finding like flying saucers in Egyptian hieroglyphics. They've overlooked the singlet guy in the Mongolian. All right, we're done. I think we're ending it on that. Great episode, guys. I think this history shit is going to play back in. Oh, fuck. Can we do one, please, a bit more sooner than the last one?
Oh, it was him.
It was away.
It was him, yeah. Don't
Yeah,
me.
okay. I was meant to do one with Gwyneth, but she fell sick on the day, so I canned it. That's when I cracked it and went back.
You'll just have to give me quite a bit of notice just because of the surgeries tomorrow.
Oh, the dog.
My dog.
His dog did an ACL.
Didn't do it last time?
Yeah, did the other leg.
He's going for the second Brownlow.
How old's his dog?
She's about to turn 5.
Wow.
Yeah. She had bad luck. That's what they put it down to anyway.
Is she trying too hard to go up on those speckies or something?
No, dude, I swear, she was rolling around on the grass. She comes back in and starts limping. That was it.
Yeah.
No pressure, nothing. No jumping, no...
And he got off on the couch and did his back. Just,
My back!
just getting up. Getting up to open the door for the dog to come in. Okay. Thank you very much. As always, I don't know if I'm going to edit this.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah. I need to get more mugs done. I might actually get another poster done as well. I don't know. Any
You're going
requests?
to hand out more?
Any requests for mugs?
What do you mean?
Okay. What image do you want? Do you want the ticket or do you want the what's it called? The logo?
The avatar.
Yeah. Or an avatar, yeah. Do you want your avatar on it?
Those are sold out. Those are going down Africa. They're specifically the cupcake ones.
Yes, a Papua New Guinea.
I think it was, yeah.
Some village. They've all got flags with this guy's face on it.
It's a cupcake with headphones.
No, seriously. I'll get some more printed up, but if you want more. You know
Not like one.
No.
If you're a free.
Hey, you weren't here, so I gave them away. What do you want me to say? That's how it went down.
That's true.
No, I'll get you more done. I'm just saying, do you want one with the ticket or do you want one with the actual logo?
Well, whatever you guys are getting.
No, I'll get a gross. I don't care. I'll buy a few.
Surprise me.
Oh my God. I was going to say, should we look out for a bar for that area there or what? You were the decorator.
Well, if you want, I told you I'll make you one.
What do you mean you're going to make me one?
Make you a bar. How hard could it be?
What are you going to do? Get chipboard? Are you nuts?
No.
Hey, he's doing a budding run. Don't worry
Just get on Gumtree and pick one up for free.
Well, if you want to pick it up for free, do
Dude,
that. But I'll make you some quality stuff.
Dude, I've paid
He made this bottle.
I've paid virtually jack for nearly everything in here.
All right, get one then.
That couch
All
was
right.
$50.
All right.
With the couch.
How upset would you be if your name was Jack? You're like, what? People just credit me with nothing.
Jack.
I'm worthless.
I got Jack. Hey, what did I do to you?
Ronald or something.
I found this on my front lawn.
Did you?
Yeah. It was on my front lawn. I got out, threw it in the car. And when I came back 12 hours later, it had tape around like the whole side. Because it was condemned by the council because, it was an illegal dumping or whatever. What's the tape going to do? Seriously. Half the crap was gone anyway. Anyway.
If anyone listening needs a gym set as well, I'm getting rid of a gym set.
But I thought you were did you just buy it?
I don't have space for it when we move.
You don't know that.
No, I know that. No, I know.
All right, cool. Let's wrap it. Yeah. Okay, keep in touch.
Hold up.